Abraham Supernova is 19-0, 14 KOs, 19 fights, 78 rounds of boxing at the age of 27. What question I guess you got? How's the quarantine going?
Quarantine, it's going pretty good. I'm making the most out of it. You know, we got a lot of time on our shoulders. So I'll make the most time out the quarantine and make it work.
I guess well, I heard that you had an injury. So I guess it's a good time to have an injury during the quarantine part, right?
Indeed, yes. I had an injury and, you know, things happen, but I feel like God works in mysterious ways, and I feel like, you know, it happened for a reason. And he made it happen during the pandemic. So I'm not bummed about it, but I know I'll be back.
Now, what type of injury was it?
I tore my Achilles.
Okay. And how long you have to be out for that?
They say I'll be training back by next month. They got me jumping and moving. So they say my recovery is above normal. My doctor referred me as the Wolverine. He said I'm healing incredibly fast. So I should be back real soon, earlier than expected.
What do you contribute that to?
Good genetics, faith in God. I know God, you know, He has a mission for me, and He has a plan for everything. So I feel like, you know, my good genetics, God on my side, eating healthy, staying healthy, doing the right things, not letting my body fall out of place because I know I don't have no fight day. So that's probably the most important thing. But it's overall recovery.
That is a big thing, you know, staying healthy and doing the right things, keeping your body, you know, right. You know, and that's how you do recover faster.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Now, we talk about keeping your body in shape and stuff. Do you have any hobbies? Do you try new hobbies during this time? What do you do with your time when you're not in the ring?
Well, not in the ring. I recently bought my second home, so I've been working on that. I've been learning a bit of carpentry, of, you know, putting up walls and painting and putting floors and stuff. So that's a little hobby I've been doing that I get to like. It's like a puzzle, and I'm putting it together, and it's my home, so it's coming along.
Great. So is that something you think you're gonna do after your boxing days, buy more houses or, you know, something like that?
Yeah, after I retire, well, during my career, I would still be buying houses. I'm trying to at least have over 20 units by the time I'm done. But that's something I'm trying to do. But my overall goal after I'm done boxing is to be a motivational speaker to the youth and to the people out there.
Good. Now, how was it fighting? I know you got to fight once during the pandemic in the bubble. How was that fighting in the bubble?
It was a bit of a different experience, you know, being in the bubble, having no fans, just you know, changing my whole way of fighting, way of living because of the pandemic. It was a bit difficult, but us as fighters, we have to learn how to adapt, and I was able to adapt and you know, be able to win the fight at a short notice.
Mm-hmm. Now in the pandemic, you know, how did they, as a boxer, what they do? You know, what's different about what they make you do differently when you're in the bubble?
You know, they have you quarantined in a room. You don't get to work out when you want to work out, so I can understand all these fighters not making weight because you don't have especially you don't have the right tools and the right equipment to lose that weight. You don't have no sauna. You know, you don't have no treadmills. You just have to hit mitts or jump up or whatnot to make weight. So I can see it's a bit more difficult, but it's a bit more challenging. But like I said, us as fighters, we have to adapt, and I was able to do that, adapt and get the job done.
So you got to be a little bit more cautious with your weight before you go into the bubble.
Exactly.
And make sure.
Exactly.
I understand. So you think that might contribute to the Adrian Broner fight?
Yeah. I feel like Adrian Broner.
You know, because he was
being his first time not being there and not fighting in years, he probably had his mindset where he got everything he could have, and but he didn't. But like I said, he was still able to you know, win and make it work because any good fighter knows how to adapt in any circumstance.
Well, great. Well, let's take a step back for a minute. How did you get started in the sport of boxing?
Well, I started in the sport of boxing at the age of 12. I got inspired by one of my family relatives who was like an uncle. He taught me boxing, but I never took it serious. One day after school, I was walking with a bunch of kids. I saw they were going to the gym. I said, hey, I know how to do that. Went in the gym, My first day sparring, my first day in the gym, Jerrick throws me in there with Melvin Lopez, kicks my butt. But you know that I was like, wow, this is tough, and I'm like, I gotta get him back. So since that day, I've been in there, and I've been, you know, I'm here today.
Now, for our fans, what gym was that when you started?
I was at Albany Quail, 91 Quail Street Albany Boxing. That's where I started.
Homemade, right out of Albany, New York.
Yes.
Now, what high school did you go to?
Albany High School.
Okay, all right. Now, did you play any sports at Albany High?
Yes, I played football and baseball in Albany High School, and I actually made the basketball team. But you know, I didn't start or anything, but I made the team, like I said.
All right. Now, your perspective now that you're a professional fighter and you went through all the amateurs and ranked #1 in the country as an amateur, do you think boxing is more physically or mentally?
Big time mental. I feel like everybody has the physical, anybody can get strong, anybody can get fast, but it's the mental part key. I feel like it's a lot harder to get that mental part in boxing, and that's what it's all about. And when they say boxing 90% mental, 10% physical, I truly believe that to a T. So boxing, in a way, it's not all mentally, but you need a lot of it.
Now, do you meditate, or is that anything in there? Do you meditate before a fight, or what do you do to get yourself ready for that day and day? You know.
You could say meditate. You can call it prayers. I pray. I stay in communication with God, and I know that I always know, and I feel that He has a purpose for me and for everyone. If it's through boxing, it's not through boxing, but I just follow His path, and I know He's gonna lead me the right way.
So, are you one of those guys where before a fight what type of personality do you have before a fight? Are you the one where you don't want to talk to anybody or be around anybody, or you got some guys who want to bite off people's heads before a fight? What is it for a supernova?
Supernova, it all depends. I switch up, and there's some fights that you'll see me. You see me really focused. You see me some fights where I'm smiling, and you see me fights where I'm just quiet the whole time. So it all depends how I'm feeling that day and what's going on. But at the end of the day, I have one mindset, and it's to win. That's regardless if I'm smiling, if I'm happy, if I'm serious. I'm focused to win. That's my motto with all my fights.
Now, being a knockout artist like yourself, do you guys dislike that guy to go in there and be putting him out the way you put him out, or how's that? How's that feel? What does that take to get there when you hit that guy with everything you got?
I can say that comes from my amateur background. Going to so many tournaments, having so many fights, not knowing your opponent, and you have no reason to beat up this guy except you're gonna win. I've learned that I don't need no hate, I don't need nothing against you in order to beat you up or to hurt you. I really see it as a sport. And once I get in there, I do my job, and at the end of the day, we could be best friends. You go out, get something to eat or whatnot, but there's no emotions involved when I'm fighting. It's all mentally, and also mental in there. So no, I don't get mad, I don't get nothing. I just go in there and I do my job as best as I can.
You're known as a puncher. Your good friend, I heard you say the other day, was Edgar Berlino,
yes,
who's a big-time puncher.
Indeed.
What type of style would you call yourself, that you have in boxing?
I can say I have multiple styles, but what people tend to call me is a boxer puncher. I don't feel like I box the way I do, so I call myself a defensive pressure fighter. I feel like I come in with good defense and I put that pressure and I change it up. But if I have to, I can move and I can hurt you. I have great boxing ability. The world haven't still yet got to see that, but I know I have great boxing. I have great fundamentals thanks to Jerrick Jones, who started me out in my career and gave me the fundamentals in the ground of having that. But to go back to answer your question, I feel like I'm more of a defensive pressure fighter.
Now, Supernova, the person, the brand, the icon of it, what makes you unique as a boxer for our fans? Let them know what you think would make you unique.
A lot of things make me unique. Just me being this planet Earth makes me unique. It's me that different person coming from the big family I have. But referring to the boxing, what makes me unique, it's my attitude, my my drive, my model, my way of thinking, understanding that anything can happen in this life, and I'm very grateful at a young age, and I'm willing to get more. But I feel like that's what makes me unique from a lot of fighters, and just my will to win. I do anything to win, and regardless if I look neat or sloppy, I'm gonna win. Regardless what happens, I feel like that's what makes me unique. And another thing that makes me unique is my blonde beard. My blonde beard, when I go in the ring, you guys don't see it now, but when I get in that ring, I have that blonde beard. I have you know, that charisma. I have that you know, that fan friendly style that everyone likes. That.
Now, with the blonde beard, now do you foresee yourself doing that for the rest of your career? How long are you going to keep that?
Yes, for the rest of my career. I feel like that's like people say, that's my trademark. That's my motto. That's my thing. So that's going to be for the rest of my career. That blonde is what people love. They love the different things I do in there, and it's also, you know, helping me stay connected with my culture. You know, the blonde beard. If you guys don't know, it happened because of the hurricane that happened in Puerto Rico, and you know, the whole national baseball team dyed their hair blonde in order to stay together, which the color blonde means unity. And after that, you know, I decided, hey, instead of doing my hair, let me do my beard. And from that, this is where I'm at. I'm with the blonde beard, golden beard.
I see your brother. He wears beard? Daddy wears all the time around?
Indeed.
All right. I'm looking to see your coach do that one day too. Actually,
He told me that when I fight for the world title, he's going blonde.
Okay.
So he'll go blonde. Danny, my brother Danny, he actually opened his construction business. It's called Golden Beard Construction.
Oh wow.
So you know, it's something we're gonna start.
You're gonna keep that name.
Yeah, keep that name. Man.
That's awesome. Now, that question that I'm going to ask you about weight class, but I want to add one in there first. Now, all boxers for making weight, you go to training, you get ready for your fight and stuff. What's your cheat food? What do you like to cheat with? Come on, I know you got to have one.
Cheat food has in before, right?
Before you fight, before you know you're not supposed to have it, but you try to sneak in a little bit.
I gotta say pizza.
Okay, all right.
I gotta say pizza. My cheat food. I gotta say pizza. Pizza is one food that I eat that 24/7.
Okay.
And just regular cheese pizza.
Okay.
Like cheese pizza, and it's something that really, you know, gives me that drive.
Nobody have to listen to that. Now, about your weight, what weight class do you fight at? And do you see yourself going up, being a multi-weight champion like some of the other guys, like, you know, Oscar Hoyer, Floyd Mayweather, you know?
Of course, yeah.
How far up do you think you will be able to go?
So I currently fight at 130 pounds. Some people call it junior lightweight, others call it super featherweight. And I see myself being a 5-division world champion. I feel like I have the height, I have the power to carry from 130, 135, 140, 147, even 154. I feel like I have the height, I have the power. So I feel like I could be a 5-division world champion.
Awesome, that's awesome. Now coming up through the ranks, coming up through the Albany and the Quail Street Boxing Gym, or the City of Albany Quail Street Boxing Gym, for the young guys who are following your career, what advice would you give them?
Well, you know, it's one advice I give to any youth, any kid, even adults. The first is, you know, believe in God. You know, believe in God. Understand that He has a path and everything. That's number one. Believe in God. Number two, work hard. You know, listen to your coach. Work hard. Do what you got to do. Just work hard. And number three is be patient. Understand that everybody in life has their time. Doesn't mean because you see someone your age doing better or you see someone younger doing better, doesn't mean that you're not doing something right. Just keep working hard and understand that your time in life is going to come, regardless if it's not at the moment you want. Remember, it's God's plan. So you got to trust His process, and everything will come. So, you know, believe in God, work hard, and be patient.
Now, we were talking. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, we were talking about before. You were talking about your side business you have. Now, is it true that do you, as a fighter, do you see what you're doing in the ring as just fighting, or is it a business now? How do you conduct yourself when you tell guys that you can't, can they just look at having fun, or they got to go beyond that, plan out the future and working the stuff they need to go?
I feel like it all depends on who you are and how you take it in. Like I said, I don't get emotionally involved when I'm fighting, so I call it more business. Of course, I like to fight, but I call it more business. If there's a way I wouldn't have to fight, I won't fight. Because, hey, it's a very tough sport. It's a very, wear and tear to the body. But when I'm in there, it's strictly business. I know I got a job to do, and I'm going to get that job done. Boxing is a job, like any other job. Football is a job, baseball is a job, 9 to 5, at the office is a job. And so you got to, strictly treat that like business. And I feel like when you have a job, you got to meet all the requirements. And in boxing, I feel like I meet all the requirements. I train, I work hard, I do all the right things. Go back to it.
All right. Now your career's on the roll. When you get back going, you said you'll end up fighting by. When you say you're gonna get back in the ring, you think you might?
I said I'll be fighting. I said I'll be training by April, so I'll be fighting. Let's say June, July. I'll be back in the ring.
Okay, all right. Now, is there anybody coming up that you're looking forward to fighting?
I'm currently ranked by the WBA, by the WBC, by the WBO and the IBF. I'm ranked in the top 10 order. I'm 3, 6, 8, and 10. So I'm gonna call on any champion. Any champion that needs a title shot. So that's what I'm calling. The likes of Gervonta Davis, the likes of Jamal Herring, the likes of the new guy who beat Jojo Diaz, and this other fighter who I don't really know his name. Oscar Valdez, who just beat Miguel Richello. So any of those fighters, I'm looking to fight. I'm ranked in the organization by organization. I'm in the top 10 by every organization. So hey, I'm looking to fight.
Now, who's your inspiration? What keep you going?
That's a good question. I get asked that question. I always stay stuck. And then for me, all this time thinking about it, I could say it's my family, my inspiration, my family, and me seeing myself do better in life. All my brothers and sisters are very successful in life, and I don't want to be the only one who didn't do something right or not successful. All my brothers and sisters, got their master's degrees, are all professionals and doing great in life. So I feel like they're my motivation to do better. Not that I compete with them, but in the way I do is because it's a family friendly competition, and we all want to grow and do better.
Yes, that's awesome. Now, when we said your biggest inspiration is your family, how about inside the ring? Is there anyone who you look up to, other than yourself?
Yeah.
You got to put that on top of the list. Yeah. But is there anyone else you're like, man, I like this guy's style? Man, I got it.
Yeah. There's one fighter that I really became a big fan big time. I watch him even train a lot, and it's Canelo Alvarez. I feel like he displays all the tricks in boxing. He boxes, defense, moves forward, moves backward, displays all the skills you want to see in a fighter. And I tend to study him and learn a lot of him. Also Mike Tyson, that's a person I watch a lot to watch how the brutality combos he had when he knocked guys out. So you see my knockouts have similar combinations of what he do when I try to get him out of there.
Now, talk about videos and watching people. We're gonna take a look at one of your videos and see what you think of it and tell us what was going through your head.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Avery.
This fight was in Belgium. Yep, in Belgium, and fight was in 2019.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah.
Le crochet, attention. Je pense qu'il était plus poussé que contré. Donc il va pas être compté, il va juste être relevé. Il a juste été poussé. On va chercher en dessous au-dessus. C'est ça qui fait mal, évidemment.
That's a good one.
Là, elle est terrible. Elle est terrible.
That was a beautiful overhead, Abraham. do you go in the fight? How long do you know right from and knock them out at the beginning, right away?
No.
Or when you get right in there, do you just get that feeling? How do you know when you were setting them up, you were looking at them, you were staring at them and stuff?
So
what did you know?
What I know is that early in the fight, he wasn't really committing a lot of his shots, but going to the second half, you could hear his corner telling him that I am tired, I'm gassed out, so he started committing a lot of shots. And once I saw him start committing, that's when I saw I could time him while he coming. I could time, I could split a shot, and I could time. If you go around before, I hit him with that same shot, and I timed it coming in. He took it well. I was like, if I get you again, I'm gonna get you out, and that's exactly what happened. He came in with the same, he threw that same shot, but falling in. And exactly what I did, I split to my left side, threw my overhand, and he went right into it.
Now, it's funny because I was studying up and looking at some of your old videos. You just had one on Facebook of you hitting a guy with similar fight, like punch like that in the amateur. And I think that was Olympic trials or Olympic qualifier.
Olympic qualifier.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot. The guy went out he went out. I think he might went out face. He went out similar the same way with that same shot. Yeah, that's one of your money makers.
And one of my money makers for that shot. And a lot of, there's a lot of ways I throw it. Definitely, I could throw it straight and I could throw it wide. You see ways I set it up to the body, come over the head. You see ways I throw that lead hand to blind them, then I throw that straight right hand. And here, it's a slippy overhand where he runs into it. I just miss his right hand, split his right hand with my overhand. Jerry will call it we'll throw like a snake, right? You throw a snake right over it, and that's a combination. That's a punch that I threw that ended that fight.
That's awesome. And you were saying your next fight probably going to be around June, July?
Yeah, they trying to have me fight and talking with the matchmakers and stuff. They want me to fight at the MSG, Madison Square Garden, I guess in the Puerto Rican parade. So that's something they're looking to do. So I'm just going based there. My doctor said I will be ready. I'm just going based how I feel. I'm not going based on what my doctor said. If I feel I'm ready to fight, if my legs feel ready and strong, then hey, I'll take the fight. Right now, if I have to fight in August or the end of the year, I'm gonna take my time because I want to make sure I'm at my best going in and everything. There's no rush. I'm still young and there's big things to come.
Well, thinking about that parade fight, did that give you the goosebumps being the biggest Spanish parade in the country?
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps because having Puerto Rican parade, they're all in New York City, having all those fans coming out to supporting the Hispanics. It's a great feeling. So it does give me goosebumps and I'm pumped. But like I said, I'm not going to jeopardize my career if I'm not ready. I'm gonna make sure I'm ready and I'm healthy before I get in there. There's gonna be a lot of Puerto Rican parades.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hope we'll see you fighting out loud.
Indeed.
In MGL.
Yes, sir.
So that'd be nice. Now, would that still be under the same to your promoter from
Top Rank?
Okay.
Top Rank. I think the main event is gonna be Edgar Berlanga.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. And he's from New York too.
He's from New York too. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Indeed.
Well, we got one more question to ask you for today, and we want to ask you, after your career is all done and said, and you won all your world championships, what do you want to be remembered as, or what do you want to be remembered for at the end of your career? What do you want to be remembered for?
Just being one of them great fighters that was in there and gave a great fight. A legend, a Hall of Famer, just that guy that everybody wants to be like, that icon, not just in the ring but outside the ring. That the impact I gave on this, not just in boxing but to this world, to this country. So that's something I want to remember, something just positive, and I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm doing the right thing to making that happen.
Awesome, and thank you. It's a pleasure being able to coach you as a young man, and as a young kid, a young man, and now to be able to sit back and interview you.
Indeed, it's a pleasure.
We want to thank you for coming back to City of Albany, Department of Rec, and activate Albany, and giving all the young kids and our people, the fans, adults, interview.
Yeah, once again, I want to thank Jerrick Jones, for giving me the fundamentals, showing me the tools that I need, in my amateur career coming up. I also want to give a big thanks to the Albany Department, City of Albany, for applying this wonderful gym in Albany at the Albany Boxing Gym on Quail Street. Giving me that platform that I needed, to help me pursue my career. So big shout out to the 518, to the Albany Department, and to everyone else, Jonathan Jones, everyone else who's made an impact in my boxing career, the mayor, Kathy Sheehan, and everyone else. So I want to thank everyone and thank you for setting this up and having this great interview with me and Jerrick Jones.